GM, this is your Solana Daily Debrief long form edition, starting with me. This is my new PFP. I end up getting quite a few tickets and I actually won this. This is sodium chloride and this is what I'm going to be looking like on Twitter and on Discord. I'll go over my PFP again in the future. I do think it won't be long before I start to get quite a few people trying to replicate me and pretending to be me. So if I ever reach out to you and DM you, make sure you've watched my scam videos, my scam prevention videos before you actually reply. I'm not going to give you any business tips or trading tips or anything like that. So make sure you're familiar. But this is my new PFP. I'm loving it. This is my favorite ape in the entirety of the Degeniverse. So well done Monolith when he created this. It was done for a charity and I am now the proud owner. Next up we've got JUP. So 642 million JUP has been claimed. Plenty of FUD on the timeline, but a whole lot more bullishness. Now I know I had a price target of $1.40. I think that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. I think the launchpad would have to come out, maybe a few tests, and then from there it would be good to go. So if you want to find out more about the JUP FUD and how I've kind of backed it up, and I also showed how you can use your JUP in different dApps, then watch another video which will be linked below. I definitely suggest watching it. I think it will clear up a lot of confusion on JUP, and the fact is they're just trying to ship stuff so fast, but there's no real kind of public relations, like press release kind of team. So information's in different sources and it's just coming out a little bit too fast to keep everyone on the same page. Not a criticism, very, very bullish on JUP. It's just more letting you know that the markets and people respond very, very quickly to news. And that's why crypto has such crazy gains and crazy losses. This is because it's all based on human emotion and psychology. And when something comes out and people don't agree with it, it takes over the timeline. Obviously, the Twitter algorithms pump that stuff up and it goes from there. This is just a quick little bit of information. So firstly, you should be following Solana Floor because I get a lot of news from them, powered by Step Finance. I know someone's asked how to use Step Finance, so I'll cover that in a tutorial. It's very, very easy. Super, super simple. But basically, with this, you can see all the public data set, all the historical Solana blockchain data. It's created in this massive, like, big table. All of this data is insane. It's just terabytes and terabytes of data, more data than all the other blockchains. So they need some massive solution to kind of keep this updated, and this is updated hourly. Now, Easy's got a solution on how they can print 10,000 Magic Eden diamonds a day with 10 Sol or less. Now, I've spent quite a decent amount on different NFTs through Magic Eden, and I have nowhere near 10,000 diamonds. I think some of my wallets have like 400 or nothing, right? So let's just run through this quickly. Firstly, though, my suggestion is all about just empowering you and making sure that you're making good decisions. And we know that there's a loyalty score between Magic Eden and Tensor. So the most obvious thing is to have two different addresses. When you want to use Tensor, maybe it's got a better price, what have you, use Tensor. When you want to use Magic Eden, use a different address. If you want to use Soul Sniper, maybe you have to use a different address. Because at the end of the day, if I don't tell you it, other people will be doing it anyway. So I may as well just let you in on a little bit of very, very easy alpha. In terms of maybe taking one NFT to another marketplace, I think you could just transfer it to the other wallet and then sell it. I don't think you need to go through a middle wallet per se, but I just want to keep that very obvious. That's what you probably want to do. Sometimes it's going to be better to use Magic Eden. Sometimes it's going to be better to use Tensor. To be honest, I'm quite bullish on both of them. I just hope they can both do really, really well. And Magic Eden's a little bit behind at the moment, but I hope they can kind of come back and, make it competitive, make it a competitive space so that both teams make plenty of money and both communities are really, really looked after. Simple as that. Okay, so here are three things. Buy Magic Eden listings, sell, list on Magic Eden, make offers on Magic Eden. There is one thing you can do to automate all three of those things effortlessly. Step 2. Look at the top collections on Magic Eden. Only the top collections will be able to earn diamonds, and there will be diamond boosts for various collections. You want to target those when they are active and are usually only active for a limited time. So find a collection that fits your wallet balance. If you can afford to, more than one collection earns you diamonds even quicker by spreading out your liquidity. So let's have a look at this picture here. So these are the top ones here. Now, of course, putting bids on Mad Lads or Tensorians going to be a little bit more challenging at the moment. I mean, a lot of these actually are really kind of crazy. Bozo Hybrid, well, it's not going to be this one, right? I've never even covered this one. I just found out about it recently. It went from $5 to like $55,000. I don't even understand why. But not important because we missed out on it. Step 3, when you have the collection that fits your bankroll, if you own the NFTs already, that's great. If you don't, filter on the Magic Eden listings, buy 50% of your working capital in that collection. Example, if you have 10 SOL, buy 5 SOL. You'll need the other 5 SOL for offers. Okay, so you go and buy some normie tickets as an example. On the collection page itself, go over the AMM tab, Automated Market Maker. What this does is scale your selling items by a set percentage and buys NFTs on a scaling out percentage through offers. So you can go and put in some offers, and this hits buying, selling, and making offers. And you don't have to lift a finger after you set it up. I usually set my change buy percentage somewhere between 3 and 5%. I think this is pretty simple. And you can also use Magic Eden's wallet. Maybe you'll get additional rewards. I imagine you would get additional rewards. However, you cannot stake. And of course, I'm the GM of validator.com. Stake your soul with validator.com. And you can't stake with them. So if you're going to use them to get more diamonds, go for it. But just remember that you want to use it strictly for your NFTs, and then everything else would come through Phantom. So I think this would make sense. If needed, maybe in a few days I can make a tutorial. But for now, look, you got to be in the market, kind of putting the effort with these airdrops if you're going to actually get some sort of value out of it. So give it a go if it's kind of up your alley. In other news, there's a retroactive diamond drop happening tomorrow. So connect wallets to verify your eligibility. And if you've been on Magic Eden for some time, hopefully you'll get a nice little bonus. February 2nd, we're here, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adoption Day is almost here. Well, the mint is coming live. Now this is very, very simple, but you need to make sure that if you are minting, firstly, for secondary partner, they're using Tensor. And I don't have a referral code for Tensor. You can just use Topos, T-O-P-O, nice and easy. Then the other thing to keep in mind is if you get the whitelist token, they're about 35 SOL. And then you have to pay this minting cost. As far as I'm aware, once they're minted, there will be a delay before you actually can reveal them. And ensure you mint them all because the minting window is not long. I don't know exactly, sorry. 1 week, there we are, 1 week. After that, then you can't mint. So make sure you mint these things. I've said before that I think this will be worth 50 SOL. That's kind of a minimum floor that I've kind of put on. So the reveal, there you are, it says 6.9 hours after mint opens, then twice a day after if minted outside first 6.9 hours. So this will be exciting because just remember there's one that is a barrow and barrows are worth a very, very decent amount. So that's really cool. Here's a little bit of a sneak peek on some of the pixel art. I have my new PFP and I won't change my PFP. However, having said that, I really dig some of this pixel art. The slug is really, really cool. And traditionally, I haven't been a fan of this sort of stuff. Obviously, I think this one's really, really cool. And Topo's, his ape, that's really, really cool. It's simple, but I'm growing more and more fond of pixel art. So great work, Zeno. Next up, we've got the Gizmos. Play Gizmos. This is a game coming to Solana. It's been building and the game trailer is really, really cool. It's a minute long, so I'm just going to leave it in the video. You can watch it. If you want to skip ahead, you're welcome to do so. But my takeaway would be go ahead and get yourself a whitelist. Find out who your collab manager is and whatever DAO you're in, and ensure that they're getting whitelists to this. Basically, this is a game that you can play with your NFT, and then you can have these little wee gizmos that go and work for you, gathering resources and stuff like that.
Once upon a time, in a cosmos swirling with mysteries, a universe was born. In this realm of boundless beauty, islands spawned, scattered like jewels across an endless ocean. Guardians of these lands, known as landlords, stand watch. They fish, they mine, and gather wood, all under the relentless gaze of Mother Nature. But one day, a weary landlord sighed.
I hate working! Hey, you Gizmos! Get to work now!
And thus, life on the islands transformed. All landlords kicked back and relaxed as Gizmos work the lands and split the riches. Life with Gizmos is good. Very good.
I know there's a whole lot of people that want me to look into things, so by all means just put them into the comments below. I know I'm basically just covering Solana at the moment, and I will predominantly cover that, but I will be reaching out to other blockchains and covering those things as well, to the best of my ability with the time I have. Now, this token here, this looks really, really good. However, let's just quickly run through it, and I'll show you a few things on what I kind of looked for. I'm not an expert when it comes to meme coins, and I'll be honest, influencers will dump on you, and I'll illustrate that very, very shortly. So someone put it in as a comment, and sometimes they do really well, other times they don't. So this is PEBO. Crypto is hopeless. They've got a Telegram. I haven't joined it or anything. Decent number of followers, and there's quite a few tweets coming out. Nothing crazy in terms of engagement though. However, if we go to PEBOrect.com, this is a really clever website. Like PEBO Jeets. Jeets is a word which has kind of become more popular recently, but it's someone that is like instant kind of sells something. And then you've got about, join the PEBO army. You can put in your PFP and then add the image, and then it'll add this little wee, which is really, really kind of clever. We have to go back though. There we are. Socials. That's funny, clever. This is what I think is really clever. The docs team, Bernie Sanders, Gary Gensler, Donald Trump, and so on. And the last one is, F this, I'm out. I'm not going to click on it because this video will get banned. It takes you to an adult entertainment website, which I thought was funny. Let's go back to about, buy PEBO. I'm not going to buy it on Radium, but I'll copy the contract. And let's go to Bird Eye. SO, and let's just paste it in here. Okay, so market cap is 500,000. It's done a major run up, like 30x, and now it's very, very low to basically its entry. So it's a new token, 24 hours old, decent number of holders. I have no idea who created it. This is one of the things that you could put in $100 and it could turn into $10, or you could put in $100 and it's quite cleverly done, and you'd go on and maybe be $500. With this in particular, I did just actually set limit orders with JUP. They may not always fire, so if they don't fire, then at the very least, I just keep note of what wallet I put it in, and then I just would check it. And to be honest, I'm just going to take profits if it goes up. If it ends up becoming the next bonk, which I doubt it will, but if it did, then I'm just going to be satisfied that I took profits. And if it goes to zero, then it goes to zero. This is not a buy recommendation. I'm just merely letting you know that I bought like a very small amount, like $100 worth. I'm already down slightly, I think. No. Yes. Yes, I'm already down. I bought it around here. There we are. I now have $40 worth of this token, and I have no idea if it's good, but some things about it were quite clever. There are, like, the art's quite clever, but I don't know what PEBO is. So, like, I don't know how memeable PEBO is. I'm just letting you know. The other one that I was told about was GME. However, the issue with GME is very, very simple. I was told, but I didn't check it out for quite some time, and it went crazy. Now, those of you that don't know, GME is a stock for GameStop, and this had a short squeeze situation in like 2021. And the price of the stock just went crazy. It went from like $15 to $500. It was all done from Wall Street's Bets, which is like a Reddit group, and they just took on Wall Street, and they just wrecked a lot of traders there, and it was really cool. It was an absolute movement, and what ended up happening is The institutions like Robinhood actually started forcing people to sell and not letting people buy. It was crazy. So this definitely has some memeability. The issue is, even though like I was told about it like hair, it had already gone up 11,000%. And now at this stage it's gone up 35,000%, and here it's 20,000%. So the market cap is 45 million. That's really high. A little bit of context. When is 42 million. So I think When has maybe a bigger chance than this one, but I could be mistaken, of course. And this token, let's have a quick look at their Twitter. I have no idea who's launched it, and you got to be careful, because if you have time to listen to the spaces, you'll find out who's talking about these things, and then if you hear particular voices, you'll get used to who those people are, and from there you'll basically realize that, you know, these are just influencers just dumping on you. Which brings me to this next bit here, Jpg Phenom. Now this is he's just been, whoever they are, he's just been putting out loads of stuff. Well, he likes GME, yep, he likes the coin, so that could be a good thing. Maybe we want a bit of GME. Stop comparing GME to these influencer pump and dumps. We're going higher. And let's have a look. So one thing he's calling out is Uncle Eddie. And I don't want to publicly kind of speak poorly about people, but you have to be very mindful when someone keeps on pumping used car or a host of different meme coins, that they have skin in the game and they're taking profits, and they could be making hundreds of thousands or millions in a week just by talking about this. So let's have a quick look. And I mean, I've heard them on spaces. What am I trying to say? Like, if you're going to make money out of it, fine. But if you're going to lose money, not fine. So if you went and had a look at all of the meme coins that he's pushing, just keep in mind, at least per these posts, and where are they all? I think this guy kept on putting out lots of posts, but now I can't find them all. I mean, he's posting every 2 minutes. Stop doing that. Basically, there's an influencer group of people that are just going through all the time. They'll create a meme coin, pump it up, and then dump on people. And that's essentially what the point is. A good person to follow, I think. There's a lot of money to be made in meme coins. I'm just rambling on about it, but people want to know about what they are. I don't have the time to dive into all these things. And my meme coin videos on like how to research them, they're not great. They're not bad. By all means, watch them. If you've got no knowledge, they're sufficient to start off with. But these sort of things, the knowledge base I had, it just evolves so fast. They just get better and better at pumping rubbish. But GME looks pretty decent by the looks of things. Anyway, so let's have a quick look at this one. So we're excited to announce we are working on a super secret utility with Hello Moon. More info coming soon. By all means, you can have a look at this token. Let's have a quick little look at it. Now we know that Eddie works with Hello Moon in some sort of capacity. The branding's, I don't love it, but the influencers will probably pump it. So let's have a look. Okay. $6 million market cap. How long has this been out? Okay, so it's been out for quite some time and went up pretty decently. And right now, I mean, that is still massive, but that's, you know, this doesn't look good to me. So I could be completely wrong, but I don't like the look of it. I mean, I'm not looking at the chart because I don't know. How do you even look at charts for meme coins, right? There's like someone can just go and dump a massive supply and then you're just screwed. I just don't like the idea of how it's been connected to Hello Moon and how nothing they've put out really is really clever, to be honest. So I'm just trying to get you to be vigilant. If you find a good meme coin, please, not financial advice, but take profits and don't marry your bag. And just be aware that influencers are out there and they're just going to dump on you. Also, this person here is worth giving a follow. I just wish he tweeted a little bit less because it's hard to keep up with his train of thought. But it does seem as though he's trying to call out people. But at the same time, be vigilant because meme coins, they're just based on narratives and they're just based on influencers pumping them up and dumping them, and sometimes they remain pumped for quite some time. That's all for today, and remember, you can comment with things you want to see, even if there are other blockchains, and I'll do my best to try and push out more content, but just keep in mind we're a small team here at the moment. Stay curious, and we'll catch you tomorrow.